This is WMAY. My name's Kevin Hart. Thanks for joining me, listening, watching, whatever you're doing. It is the middle of the week, in the middle of performances for the Springfield Theater Center's production of August Wilson's Gem of the Ocean. This show is being, I believe, brought regionally here for about the first time, maybe, ever, I'm thinking. And I am here with the director and one of the stars of the show, Reggie. How are you doing, Reggie Guyton?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel rested and renewed. Get going.
That's very good, because you're pulling double duty on this show. At least being the director and also being in it, which is it's a lot to do. Multiple things behind the scenes and on stage. But I saw the show on Sunday. Very good, and very. You're welcome. I mean, it was a wonderful show, and I think a lot of people, and from what I've heard from people who saw it, they love it, and they think that I think this is a show people really should see. There's a lot of important subject matter in it, and so for people who maybe are still unfamiliar with the show, haven't seen it yet, or don't know much, maybe even about the works of August Wilson, what is Gem of the Ocean about?
Gem of the Ocean follows a community of people. It follows a young man who is looking to receive absolution after committing some heinous acts. It follows an older woman, almost 300 years old, who is the matriarch and community voice of reason and moral compass, and a couple of other people within the life of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania during 1904. We see themes about redemption, love, healing, as well as people coping with the after effects of slavery. A generation that still exists but is not far removed from the current times.
Yeah, it's there's so much in this that is it does take place such a long time ago, but there are so many issues in it that are still very relevant, and it's just it's just amazing, some of the things you sometimes don't think about with all that, but so with this show, now the first weekend, now this we're not doing. You got to talk back on Sunday.
Yes.
And I was there for it. I helped with some of the filming and streaming of it. And you're welcome. And but always interesting. Always loved talk backs. They had some at SIU, and we did shows. There was there was one for what was the play? Natalie's play that she wrote, her musical. Miseducation, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then did you do one for Memphis?
Yeah, we did one for Memphis as well, which is part of the reason why I felt like this would be an appropriate show to have a talkback for, which went so well. I was really pleased with not only the community turnout, but the questions and conversations that were had too, and I encourage folks to take a look, watch it. It's really worth your time.
Yes, the wide variety of opinions and all sorts of subject matter that came up that people talked about, and a lot of issues that people are sort of talking about, and of course a lot of discussion from the actors about the characters they played and what type of characters these represent, or may even the type of people that still exist around today, sort of character types. So those are always so interesting. So the show, so I guess just a general sort of feeler. How'd you think the first weekend went?
Oh my gosh. So I'm a perfectionist, so I freak out about everything, but knowing that not only we just did the show coming out of a quarantine, as well as a blizzard, a flash blizzard, it was really I'm more than pleased. I'm so proud of the cast. I'm proud of the work that we did, and I feel so much joy knowing that the community is receiving it and receiving it well and loving it. I really feel humbled by the responses that we've gotten. So I'm kind of ready to get going again.
That's good. That's wonderful. And if people come see this show, I guess sort of piggybacking off of that with the talk back and everything, what do you think, or I guess what do you hope people take away from this production?
What I really hope that people take away, two things. The power of community. Just just why community is so important and having an understanding of how the small things that happen within our environment affect everyone, not just one person, not just one select group, but affect the broader broader spans more than we could even realize. And even, I guess the second thing is, oh gosh, just that there is a lot of work to be done to make ourselves right as people, not just as a community, but individuals as well.
Yes, I agree. Very, very, very insightful. I'm just taking it in.
No, it's okay. I didn't mean to get all deep, but
that's good. That's what you want, though. That's what you want to have. That that sort of mindset and all sorts of works, that you do. I think that's great. Going into the second weekend, I mean, you have rehearsal tonight. As of recording this, you haven't started rehearsal, but you're getting, it's always great having pick up rehearsal. Yep. So how are you feeling going into this next weekend? I know you're excited, but just even before rehearsal starts, what are you thinking of going into the next weekend?
There are going to be a couple of changes that we're going to be going through, just some fine tuning and things, and I feel really good about it. But I'm also, I feel like, okay, now that we've taken it here and this is the baseline, how can we push that further? I always just want to just take it a little bit further. As an actor, as a director, I'm like, okay, well, this is the way it's got to be. So I'm trying to toe that line of, making sure that everything is where it needs to be, but also that I'm remaining in the moment, and I encourage others, the actors, to remain in the moment as well. That's primarily what I want.
Good. Well, Gem of the Ocean went last weekend. It runs this next weekend as well. If you don't have your tickets, you can get them at hcfta.org. You can also call the box office. And you'll be able to get your tickets that way, and you can, of course, come get them at the box office physically as well. You come and see the show, which starts at 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock on Sunday.
2 o'clock on Sunday, yes.
Okay, very good. Reggie, break a leg to you, all the actors, everybody involved with the show. Wonderful rehearsal tonight, and I'll be talking with you soon.
Thank you very much. Take it easy.